Hello everyone, welcome back to part 4 or something like that of the Gold Tracer modeling and texturing tutorial in my 2018 in Substance Painter 3. So in the last two episodes we modeled this and unwrapped it, and now we have Substance Painter open. So I'm going to do Control N to create a new scene, project, whatever, and I'm going to find the low poly version of the Gold Tracer, and I'll put the document resolution to like 2K. You can always change this later. But now we have this, and you can see we could add something like bronze armor, and it would apply in a second, and because we unwrapped it, it's all normal. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and texture this. So let's create a simple bake right now. I'm gonna do a pretty low quality bake probably. Um, not don't want to average normals, and maybe 2 times 2 anti-aliasing. You can put those higher if you want, the output size and anti-aliasing, but yeah, I'm not gonna do much for that. So I'm going to bake it, and it'll go pretty fast for me. I just want it to be a bit faster than before, because usually it takes like 20 minutes to bake for me, and it's just like such a pain. But we can paint on our model right now, and it's all working. You can press like F1, you can see our UV map. You can press F2 to just see that. You can press F3 to just see that one as well. I'm going to assume you have like a basic knowledge of Substance Painter though, so that I don't have to go over every little tiny detail. But let's look at some of our reference. That's not my reference. Our reference images here. Here. So it looks like it's kind of like got a gold glowing effect, so we're gonna try and create that here. Um, okay, so for us to make this emissive, we're gonna have to create a new channel called emissive, which is right here. And now we can start by creating a fill layer. But first, let's make a folder, and let's just delete this other layer. Let's call this blade. And inside of that, let's create a fill layer and add that on top of the folder. Whoops. We're then gonna want to turn off all of the channels except for the emissive one. That way we don't screw anything else up, except for messing with making things glow. Okay, so let's also change this fill layer name to like emissive. Let's see, I can't see without my glasses. Emissive. There we go. And we can now, as you can see, we can change it, and it's kind of got like a little glow effect, but I kind of want like a, let's see, like molten kind of effects going on here. Let's see what I can do. Maybe kind of like that. We'll see. Okay, so we can change the emissive value as well if we go to where is it? Here it is. You can change the emissive value by making your thing, more bright versus less dark. As you can see, it's barely showing anything. And the higher I go, the more it's like that. We can keep this at like its max, and we can kind of see what this is kind of going to look like. So what's kind of cool about Substance Painter is you can do something like this. You can go and just do something like that, which is really cool. So we can kind of get like that kind of glowish that I want. And if you want to kind of see this, you can also go to like display settings, I believe. Yeah, activate post effects, and then go to, is it glare? It's one of these. 1 second. Yeah, alright, so now we got our object glowing because we have the glare on. Yep. Okay. So you can change how bright this is as well, with the luminous kind of thing. So you want it to be super bright, you can make it super bright, and the threshold is like how, like, see, for example, with that 0, the entire thing is just like the frickin' supernova of a sun. But I don't know why you would ever want that. You can change things like that. I'm gonna keep that at that level though. And so let's see, what should we do now? We can kind of create the like metal-ish texture of the blade. So let's go back here. I think I accidentally stopped it, but something like that's all right. And I'm gonna have this up and put the threshold a bit lower. Let's create another fill layer and click on materials, steel rough, and now we should have, yeah, steel there, and we can maybe turn this a bit down, but we should, it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, so we got steel behind this basically, so if we can turn this luminous down a little bit to like kind of like that, so it's still glowing, but we can still, okay, this needs to be higher threshold, but I'm gonna turn this off for now too, but we can still see the metalish kind of texture that we got going on here. So if we take a look at our guy again, it looks kind of like that the blade really is just like this glowing hot molten thing, but we need to create a mask for this as well. So right click on the folder, do add black mask, go over here to polygon fill, and we're gonna want to have mesh fill on, and then just click on this, that way just that is the thing that's all in our eyes. And the hands, we can make this kind of like grayish material. So what we can do for that is probably just apply a steel rough, but let's create a handle folder and just add steel rough into that, so that there's that, and then we need to add a black mask to this as well. So same as before, just click on that, and this is looking better now. We take a look at here, we could maybe add some like dust and some stuff into here. So let's create another fill layer and drag this into the handle and above roughness, and let's make a fill layer, and in here we're gonna want to go to grunges down here and take dirt 1, and what happened here? Oh, we didn't make a black mask. Okay, we're gonna do that and select that, and then take our dirt and put it into the fill layer of this, into the grayscale, and we get kind of like a dirt effect on here. So put the hardness, you can change things. Right now we got some noticeable dirt on there. You can change that dirt color too. If we go over here, we can change this to maybe like a more greenish kind of look, because that's kind of what I was feeling from like looking at that over here. But you can change it to whatever you want. Maybe we can add some edgewares where that curvature map that we baked, which is right here. So I'm going to create another fill layer. I'm going to make this a black mask again. Select this, go over here, and we can add a generator. So let's right click on that, add generator, and go to this one, which is the edgeware. Perfect. So now we can tone that down a bit too, to like that maybe. Yeah, that's a bit too high. Bit lower than that even. Can change the grunge amount higher too, that way we can get more of grunge. And I like that. Let's get a darker color on this though. Like something like that. Looks good. Kind of like a tealish looking thing. And so now we got a lot more going on with our steel right here. And we could try and do a quick render. Maybe we could even add a different environment, something like this or something. And we can turn glare on. Let's see what we can do here. Threshold lower. Put that up. Actually, let's just do a quick render to kind of see what we're dealing with right now. Activate post effects. I want, let's see, threshold to be a bit higher, but I want it to be, let's see, is it paused? I don't think so. Bit higher. Whoa, that's so bright. Gotta change that threshold. Okay. So, that's kind of it, I guess. There's not really much more to add. We kind of have the glowing sword and the handle part. This model turned out alright. It's not my most favorite model, but hopefully it helped you mainly create curves in swords. That was kind of what I was going for with this, so thank you for watching. Please subscribe.